All right, guys, we are back, and I just got back here to the States, guys, a few hours ago. I'm actually in Fort Lauderdale right now, and I'll be here a couple of days, and then I'll be headed home. But I didn't get a chance to drop any content until now. I've been on a plane, and I want to talk about the silver lining in the unfortunate situation that I talked about yesterday. Now, if you didn't know, some of you, I'm sure you know already, but Keith One Time Thurman, you guys know he was set to make his return to the ring March 30th against Tim Tszyu. He was going up to 154. He was fighting the WBO champion. He wasn't fighting for the title. It was a non-sanctioned fight, but this would have been his first time in the ring since I think he fought Mario Barrios. And you guys know the ups and downs of Keith One Time Thurman's career. And I was excited to see him again because I've always been a fan of Keith Thurman. Even though I know this was an uphill battle for him, I knew he was up, to the task. I don't know if he would win the fight. I did pick Tim Tszyu to win that fight, but I know Keith Thurman, being the man that he was going to give it his all in the fight. You could just see the excitement in him every time you see him in an interview and training footage. He really wanted this, so I'm sure it came as quite a disappointment that he had to pull out of the fight. So praying that he gets better, praying that he doesn't hang it up. I hope he doesn't, man. I still want to see Keith Thurman in the ring. But even though we got that bad news, we got a little bit of a silver lining there. Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford has activated his WBO Super Champion status, and now he will be facing the winner of Tim Tszyu versus Sebastian Fundora. Sebastian Fundora, you guys know, he was replacing. He's set to replace Keith Thurman, even though he was actually on the card to fight for the vacant WBC title, which was held by Jermell Charlo. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Jermell may have been stripped of all his titles now. We haven't heard anything from Jermell Charlo, but if I'm correct, I think the IBF and the WBA are vacant as well. I'll have to check on that. But from what I'm hearing, now the WBO title will be on the line in that fight, as well as the WBC title. So things are looking quite different now for Terence Crawford. Things seem kind of bleak. You guys know what the mission was to become undisputed in a third weight class. He was going to fight Errol Spence Jr., become undisputed at 147, go to 154, fight Jermell Charlo, become undisputed in there, and things didn't work out that way because Jermell wind up going up to 168 to face Canelo Alvarez in a undisputed versus undisputed matchup. From there, he was stripped of his WBO title when he stepped foot in the ring because his mandatory challenger, Tim Tszyu, who was elevated to the WBO champion, had been waiting in the wings for his mandatory shot. And then Jermell had a lot of legal issues after the fight, and now it seems that he doesn't have any title. So it looked bad for Terence Crawford ever being able to become undisputed at 154. And of course, he set Canelo Alvarez in his sights, that one shot to become undisputed in a third weight class. At 168, he was going to have to go up to 168, but Canelo Alvarez is not entertaining that fight at the moment. I'll say at the moment because things change in boxing minute to minute, hour to hour, day to day. You just never know. But right now, I'm sure Eddie Reynoso looks at Terence Crawford as a bad style matchup for his fighter Canelo Alvarez. But I won't count it out. I'm still hoping that we get that fight. But now, with him activating his status, whoever wins this fight come March 30th, it'll give him a chance to become a unified champion in a third weight class. A unified champion, and then he would only have to capture the other two belts to become undisputed in that weight class. So things are looking up for Terence Crawford, and I'm excited about it. Actually, I'm excited about the fight with Tim Tszyu and Sebastian Fundora. I think that will be a very entertaining fight. You guys know Sebastian Fundora. He's got a mean streak in him. He's big, tall, and lanky. He doesn't like to box per se. He doesn't use that to his advantage. He likes to fight and brawl on the inside. So I think that's going to make this a very good matchup. Tim Tszyu with his pressuring style. I think Tim Tszyu does have the better skill set between the two. And I think Tim Tszyu has been the most active. I have to go back and look at that. And I think I'm leaning a little bit more towards Tim Tszyu to actually win the fight. Right now, I'll have to go back and look at tape on both of the guys before I make my final decision. But right now, I'm actually leaning more toward Tim Tszyu to become the winner in that fight. And could you imagine Tim Tszyu versus Terence Crawford? That's going to be great if we get that. Now, I wouldn't count out Sebastian Fundora either. I wouldn't count him out either. Could you imagine him and Terence Crawford sharing the same ring? How would that fight look? That would be interesting as well. But yeah, guys, I'm excited about what's happening at 154. Seems like things may be starting to heat up again. But I'm still kind of down about what happened to Keith one-time Thurman. So keep Keith in your prayers, guys. Hopefully he doesn't, retire. I think he still has some stuff there to get off his chest. He still has some stuff in the tank. But you guys tell me what you think about this turn of events. Who do you think will win the fight March 30th? Are you excited for, Crawford versus Tim Tszyu, Crawford versus Sebastian Fundora? You guys let me know how you feel about this one in the comments section. It's the CMB. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. And I'm out. Peace.